Next up, we have two speakers who are here joining us as activists and experts on basic income, one of the policies that is most desperately needed, supported by Bernie Sanders, the few progressive members in Congress. The first is a recently former board member and leader in the Humanity First movement, which we were very happy to collaborate with on the rally for a people's stimulus, when we as the Movement for a People's Party went to the homes of more than 50 members of Congress and senators across the country and demanded that they support a people's stimulus, including a basic income, including defunding the police, including Medicare for all, abolishing, suspending student debt payments, credit card payments, and rent and mortgage payments during this crisis. We were very glad to participate with them and other members of the Yang Gang in that campaign and in that effort to get Congress to support a people's stimulus. Unfortunately, we know how that turned out. Congress went on vacation while telling the rest of us to get back to work. It's a pleasure to introduce you now to Massey Branscom with the Humanity First movement.
Thanks, Nick. I just wanted to say it's an honor here. And it's really exciting to have been working with the People's Party. I've been really proud of the courage, not just by the speaking today, but everything I've seen and been working with you all. So without further ado, I want to say, hi, I'm Massey, and I'd like to talk about what does it mean to be good. Not to be perfect, not what is bad or evil. What does it mean to be a good American, a good human? Can you be homeless, begging for change and scraps of food and still be good? Of course. I've seen a woman give her half-eaten sandwich to a man doing worse than she was, and that's pretty dang good in my book. Can you be a good person in a minimum wage fast food worker? Obviously. What about a mother who finally opens that restaurant her family has been pushing her to because the world needs to know what great bolognese tastes like? That is doing good. What if one of these metaphors wasn't about food? I must have been very hungry when writing this, but here we are. Anyway, can you be good if you turn that restaurant into a multi-million-dollar chain, providing decent for thousands of people? I think so. Now imagine how much easier, how much faster each of those people would have been able to help others and do good had they had a foundation, a small but steady source of income, so they could get on their feet, get a part-time job, maybe in a restaurant, learning how they work, and then the rest of the time help focusing on their craft, whatever it is. So in her case, she can open that restaurant and serve that bolognese, creating hundreds of opportunities for others to do the same and potentially feed millions more with great food and memories. It doesn't have to be food, but it's about service to the local community and to the American community. If money is supposed to represent how much we've contributed to society, and if you can see that our ability to make an impact and do good grows exponentially with our resources, we owe it to each other to make sure we all have that ability to grow. However, we've come to a point in society where cash in the bank does not equal the lives you serve, the good you've done. Capitalism has been gamified and commodified from a system meant to deter top-down power concentration to one that all but enforces it. So this brings me to the question, can you be a billionaire and still be good? Not sure the ideal world had billionaires, but today, can someone give $1 billion to improving people's lives as we ask the American government to do with trillions? I have to say yes, because if 100 million people are determined to do good and society is broken and gamified to the rules of Nintendo Capitalism 64, a few of you are going to win that game. But to earn the title of that level isn't easy. If you're going to exploit the rules of a broken game to be a truly good player, you must fix the rules, and that is what we ask of you, so that no one has to play with a broken controller ever again, so that everyone has the basic resources they need not to compete fairly, because it's not about competing, but about doing as much good as possible with the skills you have. But who are the billionaires that are going to step up, that are actually going to give back and fix the system that has consumed so much and consolidated so much power? Bill Gates, not bad, saved millions of lives in Africa. Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, donated $1 billion, nearly a third of his wealth, for COVID relief, girls' health and education, and trials of universal basic income. Literally direct cash payments to people most affected by the pandemic. So someone who was able to build a career off taking money from billion-dollar investors, and as well as billion-dollar corporations like the ones that pay to advertise on Twitter, is literally giving it back to people who need it most. To me, that is good. We as a people must focus on who and what we are fighting for and fighting against. We are fighting against corruption, against greed, against an oligarchic society. We are fighting for good, a common morality to help others so they can help many more. The freedom to serve others how you feel you are best capable isn't what universal basic income means. But to me, that's what it means to be an American. Not the decadence of neoliberalism, nor the lesser of two evils. America is great not because we've always been good, but because we've always striven to be better. Thank you, take care, and be good.